my name is Moni.
And I'm Naveen from Before You Play.
And today we have another playthrough for you. This time it is for the new standalone version of Spirit Island called Horizons of Spirit Island.
Yes, this one is again designed by Eric Russ and published by Greater Than Games, who are helping sponsor this playthrough. If you're not familiar with Spirit Island, it's essentially a fully cooperative game where we're going to be taking on the roles of asymmetric spirits, trying to protect the land from these different invaders and try to ward them off and survive. If you're not familiar with how the game is played, we've also done other gameplay videos which have different complexity spirits, which you can check out here, but we are, of course, going to teach this one today.
That's right. And so this version of Spirit Island is, of course, standalone, but there are also some new changes that they made to make this game a lot more starter-friendly. The game comes with a game board rather than tiles. It comes with 5 all brand new spirits of all low complexity, and the game only goes up to max 3 players rather than 4.
Right.
And so today, as per usual, we are going to start with a teach of the game and then go straight into our 2-player playthrough, following the accompanied quick start guide that comes with the game, although it'll be ported for a 2-player experience. And so if you're interested in jumping around, we'll include timestamps in the description below.
Now, before we begin, if you can all do us a big favor and turn on your Klingon subtitles, just in case you make any mistakes, we can add those corrections there. If we discover we made a mistake, we'll also try to add those to the description as well, but hopefully we won't need them. Lastly, if you like these kind of videos and you want to see more in the future, please consider subscribing.
And with that, we are ready to begin. So if you'd please direct your attention to the center of the table, we're all set up here for our 2-player game of Horizons of Spirit Island.
Yes.
Welcome to the island.
The island.
Now we're already fully set up according to the quick start guide, but since we're playing a 2-player game, some changes have been made, namely the fact that we're playing on the 2-player side of the board rather than the 3-player. And so our island is only split up into 2 main sections rather than 3. And because of this, as we go through that first round, some of the terrain types might be a little bit different from what you see in the quick start guide. And so we'll just point out those changes as we go through the round. Otherwise, everything else is set up exactly the same, including our invader deck with the wetlands as our first starting card. And so like Naveen was mentioning, in this game, we are playing as asymmetric spirits who are trying to protect this entire island from invaders who are coming from afar, trying to explore the island and build towns and cities. And so today, I'm going to be playing as Devouring Teeth Lurk Underfoot.
Nice. And I will be Eyes Watch from the Trees.
And so as these spirits, our job is to remove as many of these invaders as possible. And so any of these white cardboard tokens that you see on the board are all considered invaders.
Right.
Now, the way that the game works is our victory condition is based off of our terror level. And so at the start of the game, we start in terror level 1, which means in order to win the game, we have to remove all invaders from the entire island.
Yep.
And so that's a little bit difficult to do.
Quite the feat.
Now, over the course of the game, every time we defeat cities and towns, we're going to be generating these fear cards. And so as we progress further and further into the fear deck, our terror level will also rise and our victory condition will get easier. For example, once we hit terror level 2, all we have to do is remove cities and towns rather than all of the invaders.
Right.
One of the ways in which we can win is to actually just get through this entire fear deck, because as soon as you reveal the bottom of the fear deck, we just hit victory.
Right.
So that is, in a nutshell, how we can win this game. Now, on the flip side, there are 3 ways in which we can lose the game, unfortunately. The first way is by completely depleting our blight pool. And so over the course of the game, the invaders, of course, are going to be attacking back and trying to destroy the land.
Right.
And so anytime they're successful in doing so, we're going to be adding a blight token from the blight pool onto the land. And so as soon as we run out, we lose the game. Now, in this game, each of our spirits are represented by these tokens called presents. And so the second way in which we can lose is if one spirit is completely wiped off the board. So you always want to maintain some sort of presence on the board.
Very important.
And the third way in which we can lose is basically by running out of time. If ever we have to flip over the last card in the invader deck and we still haven't won, then we lose the game.
Big trouble if you do that, yeah.
We're going to try to avoid that today. We're going to win.
We are. We're going to go for the win.
The very first thing that happens in a round is everybody around the table is going to simultaneously select a growth option from one of the options at the top of your player board. During this phase, all spirits are pretty much going to be spreading their presence on the island. And so that is why it's called growth. Now, each player's options are going to be different from one another, depending on which spirit they're playing. And so the specifics of this, we're probably going to be discussing during the playthrough. But just so you have an idea, the things you'll be able to do are adding more presence on the board, gaining additional energy, maybe gaining additional power cards into your hand, and of course, reclaiming your cards, because after you play a card, they go into a discard pile until you pick them up again. Now, one really important thing to note note is anytime you see this sort of arrow with a number above it, sometimes you'll see it on your growth options, you'll see it on your cards. That's basically indicating to you where you can take whatever effect that is. And so, for example, my middle growth option here says I can add a presence and it has a number 1 above the arrow. That means I can add a presence that's maximum 1 space away from a region where I already have one.
Sure.
So you're always spreading from where you are. If there's a 0 above the arrow, that means I have to place it in a region where I already have one.
Sure.
Now, whenever you add presence to the island, you're always going to take the leftmost token of one of the 2 rows that are on your player board. The top row represents how much energy you're going to gain per turn as sort of like income.
It's like a currency.
Right, because energy is what we're going to use in order to put cards into play. Now, the bottom row indicates how many cards you're allowed to play per round. And so at the start of the game, I'm only allowed to play 1 card. And I think you as well, right?
Just 1. So if you want to do more things on your turn, you have to add a presence from your card plays row in order to take more actions.
Right. Now, after all players have chosen and resolved their growth option, then we all gain energy according to our own energy track. You're going to gain the amount of energy according to the highest number that is revealed. And so it is not cumulative. In this example, I would gain 4 energy.
Yes.
And then finally, all players simultaneously choose which cards they're going to play from their hand for the round. And so let's just go ahead and take a look at what these cards look like.
Sure.
All power cards look the same, regardless if they're unique or major or minor powers. They all have a cost that's at the top left-hand corner of the card, and you always have to pay that cost in energy whenever you're putting it into play.
Right.
In addition, power cards are either going to be fast or slow powers. And so fast powers are represented by a bird underneath the speed, as well as a red circle around the cost of the card. Whereas slow powers show a turtle and a blue circle.
Right.
And so the difference is that fast powers are going to be resolved before the invaders phase occurs, which means you get to try to remove some invaders before they attack. Slow powers are going to resolve afterwards. Now, the effects of these power cards are going to range quite a bit, so we'll be discussing them as we play the game.
Right.
But just so you know, it also tells you the range as well as which land you're allowed to target using these cards. And on the left-hand side of the card are these elemental symbols that are going to come into play when discussing our innate powers. Once all players have finished selecting and paying for their cards for the round, then that ends the spirit phase and we move on to the fast powers phase, where we resolve all of the fast powers around the table.
Sure.
Now, a lot of the gameplay in this game is simultaneous, and so when we get to this phase, everybody can choose what order to resolve our cards in. Some cards will allow us to defend in a certain land against invaders during the invader phase, or some cards might allow us to generate fear, and of course, some cards allow us to attack invaders. And so just a quick note about fear. Anytime you generate fear, we're going to be moving fear tokens from the fear pool into the generated fear section. Now, the number of fear tokens we have is dependent on the number of players. And so in a 2-player game, we have 8 total. As soon as we completely deplete the entire fear pool, we're going to generate a fear card. And any fear cards earned go into this spot over here until we resolve them at the start of the invader phase. And as soon as we generate a fear card, all of the fear tokens go back to the fear pool to generate again. And so one of the integral ways in which we can generate more fear is by destroying cities and towns.
Right.
Explorers require 1 damage to remove them. Towns require 2 damage and cities require 3. But the thing that's nice is every time we remove a town, we generate 1 fear, and destroying a city generates 2. So that is a nice way of generating those.
It's a good way.
Now, after fully resolving all fast powers, we move into the invader phase. And the very first step of the invader phase is resolving these fear cards. Now, I don't want to spoil what these fear cards are, so we're going to be discussing those as we play the game.
Sure.
But that always happens first, because it's nice kind of a protection.
Yeah, and they typically help us.
They're always very, very nice and very powerful. Once that's done, then the invaders truly take their turn. And so the way that the invaders work in this game is they have sort of like a factory belt system where invader cards will first flip in the explore section. The next round, they'll move to the build area, and then the last round, they'll move into the ravage before they're discarded. Now, the invader deck is comprised of all terrain type cards, and so our very first card here is representative of all the wetlands. Now, invader cards are always going to start by exploring the island, and so exploring allows them to add specifically an explorer to that type of terrain, as long as the land is adjacent to an ocean or has a city or town in it, or as long as it's adjacent to a land that has a city or town in it.
Right.
So as long as those things are true, then it gains an explorer. And so as you can see here, we've already populated the board with our first explorers using the wetland card. After the invaders explore, then they move on to the build section, which will allow them to build a city or a town in that corresponding region. Towns will always be built first, but if there are ever more towns than cities in a region, then a city is built.
Right.
And finally, the last step in the factory belt is these invaders are going to ravage. Ravaging is essentially them attacking the land. And so anytime we have a ravage action, you're basically going to look at that region and you're going to count up the number of attack value. And so in this example, this is a total number of 3 because of course explorers are worth 1 and towns are worth 2. And unless they're defended, invaders are always going to deal damage to the land as well as any Dahan that are in that region simultaneously. If they deal at least 2 damage, then you add a blight token, which of course is bad because this is one of our losing conditions.
Sure.
And if there's already a blight token in that region, then it sort of spreads.
Like wildfire.
But our one saving grace are the Dahan. And so these brown tokens represent the natives to the island. They're there to also try to protect the island and also fight back. And so each Dahan essentially has 2 health each that resets at the end of each round as long as they are not completely wiped off the board.
Right.
Now, whenever invaders deal damage to a land that has Dahan, the first damage is going to flip them over and hurt them essentially.
Yeah, wound them.
And a second damage would remove them from the board. Now, it's hard to get them back onto the board, so
It
just
is.
keep that in mind.
Yep.
But after dealing all damage, if there are any Dahan left in that region, they fight back. And they fight back, dealing 2 damage per Dahan to all the invaders in the land. So they can be a large part of your strategy when trying to defeat these invaders.
They are our allies.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
trying to protect them.
Now, going back to the invader phase, when resolving this phase, you're actually going to resolve them in reverse order.
Right.
You're always going to resolve the card that's in the ravage position before resolving the build, and then at the very end of the invaders phase, you have your final explore. So you can always kind of see ahead of time what's going to happen and try to prevent that as much as possible. Now, as soon as all 3 have been resolved, that'll end the invaders phase, and we go into the slow powers phase, doing exactly the same thing we did earlier, but now just resolving everyone's slow powers. And once that's done, time passes, and we basically just do some cleanup before we start the next round. And this includes flipping over any damaged Dahan because they are now healthy again for the next round, and discarding any of the cards that you played into your discard pile because again, you cannot get them back into your hand until you reclaim cards during the growth phase.
And any partial damage on cities or towns will also regenerate back to their normal state.
Right, that is the unfortunate part. And that's essentially it. Those are the basics that kind of go over how the game sort of functions. But just a couple of things that we didn't discuss. Each player also has their own special innate powers that come into play anytime you play certain combinations of elements that are on your cards. And so these are going to range quite a bit depending on which spirit you're playing. So we'll discuss this more as we play the game as well. And the last thing is there will be opportunities throughout the game for us to gain more of these power cards. And so they come in 2 main types. We have major powers and minor powers. Anytime you gain power cards, you're always going to draw 4 cards from the deck and choose one to keep. The difference is minor power cards go just directly into your hand. Major power cards are so strong that you have to replace a card from your entire deck with a new card.
Yeah, they're really strong, but they're going to cost more energy to put into play. So you have to be kind of cautious and aware as to when to take them.
And that's essentially it. So we're just going to go ahead and get cleaned up, and then we'll get started with our playthrough. All right, so we are all set up and ready to get started. And just as a reminder, we are going to be following the quick start guide that accompanied the game, just modified for a 2-player experience. And so this guide is essentially going to run us through our entire first round, making our decisions for us. Would you care to introduce your spirit?
All right. Yes, I am Eyes Watch from the Trees. I am
eyes.
primarily a defensive and fear-generating spirit. I don't have very much to do with attack, so I'm going to leave that kind of to you.
Right.
I also am very close with the Dahan, as evidenced by this. It says Dahan trust the Watchers. So anytime I have the ability to do a defend action, I get to gather a Dahan, meaning I can move them around and try to use them to our benefit.
Okay, so that's your special ability.
That's my special ability.
All right. I am going to be devouring teeth lurk underfoot. And so clearly, as evidenced by my teeth, I am a very attack-heavy spirit. So I'll be attacking, Naveen will be defending.
Sure.
And on the opposite side of these player boards, by the way, it details all of your setup instructions. I am set up on region number 5, which is on this part of the island.
Sure.
And I believe this is exactly the same as the quick start guide.
Yes, and then I'm going to be here in the jungles. I actually have a sacred site, which basically means I have 2 presents in one location.
Right. Now, my special rule here says territorial aggression. My damage dealing powers do +1 damage. So anytime I literally deal damage using any powers, if it's an innate power or one from my hand, then it's just +1 total damage.
So ones or twos or threes, and so
Sure.
on. Yep.
All right, so are you ready to get going?
That's it.
Okay, so round one, again, we have already done the setup for the wetlands, and so that is why we have our explorers in these wetland regions.
Get out.
Starting with the spirit phase. And so we are both going to simultaneously choose a growth option, and I believe we're both choosing the middle option,
Yeah, the
right?
middle one. Yep.
All right, so I'll go ahead and go first, if you don't mind.
Sure.
My middle option here says I gain a power card and I add a presence maximum 1 space away from an area where I already have one.
Okay.
So I'm only here. And so I'm going to take my presence token from the card plays row.
Okay.
And I'm actually just going to add it to the same region where I already have presence.
Okay.
And so since I have 2 of these tokens here, that creates a sacred site.
Right.
And a lot of powers will require you to have sacred sites. So the other thing I get to do is I gain a power card.
Major or minor?
Well, typically you're supposed to draw 4 cards from the deck, but because we're following the quick start guide, I'm just going to take the top card of the minor power deck,
It's like you know.
which is a specific card. This is Devouring Ants.
Right.
And so this card is going to go into my hand.
Okay. Now for me, I'm going to take this middle section here. This is going to
Uh-huh.
allow me to add 2 presents on the board. One is where I already am, and one is up to 2 away from where I already have something. So I'm going to place one of these from the top row onto this wetland here. And now that I am present in that wetland, I'm going to take my option to place another one in that same location. I couldn't do it the other way around, if that makes sense.
And so this is going to differ a little bit from the quick start guide because of the combinations of terrain that we have on the 2-player board.
Right.
I believe in the quick start guide, it has Naveen's spirit going to this terrain.
City, yeah.
But since our first area is wetlands, Naveen is going to divert his attention to this region.
Sure.
All right, so let's go ahead and gain our energy. I'm going to gain 2 energy.
Yeah, I get 1 because it's the same number.
Perfect. There's your 1.
Okay.
And here's my 2. Now we have some energy.
Something.
And we can actually play some cards.
Right.
And so now we're going to go ahead and choose our cards to play. I can play 2 cards this round.
Same.
So I'm going to go ahead and play these 2 cards. They are Devouring Ants, the one that I just got,
Sure.
as well as Gift of Furious Might. So they each cost 1 energy, depleting my entire wallet, I guess, of energy.
Good stuff.
So there you go. 1 power is fast and 1 is slow. So I'll go ahead and describe those later.
Okay, sure. I'm going to play Whispered Guidance Through the Night and Mysterious Abduction. This only is going to cost me that 1 energy. This one is nice and free.
Oh,
so the
cool.
1 energy I had allows me to do this. Those are going to go out. And again, we're going to talk about these in just a second.
Nice.
So those are in play.
And I think that is it for the spirit phase. So now we're going to go ahead and resolve our fast powers. And I believe some of our innate powers are also going to be active.
Yeah, I am speedy in the innate section right here.
So now that we're in the fast power phase, I'm going to resolve my fast Gift of Furious Might power first. So this power requires me to target another spirit. So Naveen, I'm going to be targeting you.
Me.
And this essentially says you can deal +3 damage this turn with one of your damage dealing powers.
Cool.
So that's +3 damage total, no matter how many invaders you're targeting.
I like that. All right, my fast card that I played here is Mysterious Abductions. The range is 0, so it has to be where I have presence. So it's going to be in this location. That's what I'm targeting.
Okay.
I'm going to generate 1 fear and 1 damage. Now, because you gave me that ability,
Yep.
it's actually technically 4 damage, right? 3 that you
Yes.
gave me plus 1. So this is a little bit of overkill. We have a value 1 and a value of 2. So that's a total of 3 damage is going to happen.
Yep.
So these get wiped out.
Yep. And
The
we have,
good thing about wiping out a town is we generate fear every time we wipe out a town. We generate 1, plus the card I played also generated fear for me.
nice.
For us.
So we are one step closer, a little bit closer
Yep.
to generating some fear.
Mhm.
And of course, that 1 extra damage was just wasted, which is fine.
Right.
Now, in the quick start guide, it has Naveen's spirit going to this region over here to remove the city because it kind of wanted to demonstrate that you can remove a city on the first round.
Right.
We figured it would be more strategic to veer towards the wetlands since that is what's going to ravage in the
yeah.
next round.
Mhm. And they were going to build there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now my innate power is fast, so I'm able to do it right now. My innate power is called Mischief and Sabotage, and basically what this allows me to do is my range is 1 away or up to 1 away from a sacred site. So I have 2 sacred sites. Also, I have to target a land that has invaders. So I'm seeing this one is a perfect candidate.
Okay.
And so essentially what I have to do is I have to show that I've played the appropriate amount of symbols in order to take one of these different Mischief and Sabotage. I played 2 Crescent Moons and 2 plants, so I am able to do this top one here,
Mhm.
which is going to generate 1 fear and then defend for 2 in that targeted land.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and generate that 1 fear.
Nice.
And honestly, they're not going to ravage here, so I don't think it's going to really matter. But for demonstration purpose, I will just put this out saying that this is the land. It's kind of like a reminder saying that this is the one that's being defended for 2.
Okay. Yeah, the defense doesn't really matter right now. All
'Cause
that
they're not gonna
matters is
ravage.
you're generating the fear, which is really nice early on.
Yeah. Now I do have that special rule also where I can now move around the Dahan because I played an action that allows me to defend.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to do that. I think I want to keep it just the way it is.
Okay. And that ends our fast powers phase.
Yep.
So I'm just going to go ahead and
Quick.
turn this, or it's going to move it over to the side
Sure.
to show that it's
Just
been
kind of
used.
make it a little crooked. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So now we're going to go to the invaders phase.
Mhm.
First thing, of course, is you resolve any earned fear cards. We have not yet.
Not yet.
So we're going to skip that
Trying.
and go straight into the invaders. We're also going to skip the ravage because fortunately we're early enough where we don't have any invaders to ravage yet.
Yep.
But they are going to build
Yeah.
in all of the valid wetland regions. So, because it's a 2-player game, we have 4 regions on the board that are wetlands. And again, we're only building in lands that have invaders. So, because this land is completely empty of invaders, we're not going to build there.
Yeah, it
which
would
is
have been a
nice.
city because there was 1 town there. So
Right.
that's why I felt the need to kind of deviate and go that way.
Yeah, it was a good call.
Yeah.
So here, however, we are going to gain a town
Town.
because there is no town there yet.
Mhm.
Same thing over here, and I believe in
They're all
the-
towns this
Yeah,
time
they're all
around.
going to be towns.
Yeah.
Town there and a town here
That's a
as
problem
well.
there.
So this is a big problem
Big
because
problem.
next they're going to build a city.
Mhm.
And finally, they're going to explore. So we already know what this card is, but let's see. Jungles.
Jungles.
Uh-oh. So the jungles are going to get some explorers. And I believe we're going to have explorers in all of these lands because
Mhm.
they're all at least adjacent to a land that has a building,
Right.
right?
They're exploring.
So they are exploring.
Off they go.
It's not good. This is
No.
sort of a hot look at what's to come.
Yeah.
All right. And that pretty much ends the invader phase. All of these cards would then move down. And so next round, the wetlands are going to ravage.
Ravage.
Not good. Not good.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's a good thing though that we have our slow powers still, right?
Right, yes.
Okay, so slow power phase.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go ahead and go first by resolving my devouring ants. So devouring ants allows me to target any land that is maximum 1 space away from a sacred site.
Sacred site.
So I-
here you are.
I'm over here. I
Yeah.
can basically target any of these adjacent lands.
Sure.
And it's going to allow me to generate fear and deal damage.
Okay.
But at a cost. I must destroy a Dahan.
Oh.
So I have to follow the quick start guide. It wants me to target this land.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, we're going to lose a Dahan.
Unbelievable.
So I'm targeting this land.
Okay.
I generate a fear,
Fear.
which is nice.
Nice.
And then I deal 1 damage. Now, I really want to target this town,
Mhm.
and 1 damage is not enough. But fortunately,
Yeah, I was just about to say.
I have my territorial aggression.
Wow.
My damage dealing powers do +1 additional damage for a total of 2. And so that is enough
I love it.
to destroy this
1, 2.
town.
When you destroy a town,
We generate another fear.
fear.
Yes.
Boom.
So the thing that would have been even better is it says if the target land is a jungle or sands, I deal an additional
Right.
damage, but it's not. So that's pretty much it for that. But I cannot forget that I have to destroy a Dahan.
That's too bad.
It is too
because
bad.
They would have ravaged for 1 hit on the
Yeah.
Dahan, would have flipped them up, and then they would have attacked back this one
Right.
right here.
And it's
But
pretty
now they're no
difficult
longer there.
to get Dahan from off the board
the
onto the
board.
board. So
Yeah.
now we're
Try
one
not to
less.
use that card too often. Yeah.
I'll remember that.
All right.
The good thing though is when they do ravage, if they're just 1 single explorer, it doesn't add any
doesn't do
blight
anything, yeah.
because it requires 2 damage to actually damage the
Right.
land.
Right.
I'm not done though. I do have 1 more slow power, and it is my innate power.
Okay.
I had enough elemental symbols to reach the first threshold because basically they each build upon one another.
Yeah. Same with mine.
And so mine allows me to target, I have to target a land that has invaders
Okay.
that is basically 1 space away maximum from where I am.
Perfect.
So I can either, I can target
Anywhere.
that's
Yeah.
not here. What it essentially lets me do though is if I don't have presence there, I can gather one of my presence from here into that region.
Okay.
And seeing as the jungles are going to be a problem next,
Yeah.
I'm going to slightly veer off course from the quick start guide.
Sure.
And I'm going to target this land over here.
Okay.
So it has invaders, it's 1 space away, And it basically lets me gather one of my own presence from an adjacent land into that land because I wasn't already
So
there.
you're splitting up a little bit.
Yeah, I split up a little bit. I kind of destroyed my sacred site, but that's fine because I'm trying to move further inwards, I guess.
Yeah, get more grip on things. And I have one last card, my Whispered Guidance Through the Night. This one allows me to target any land with a range of up to 1 away from where I have presence in a jungle. So this is where I have presence in a jungle.
Yep.
It says gather up to 3 Dahan. If invaders and Dahan are present, we're going to generate 1 fear.
Nice. So what do you want to do? What would you like to do? We're going to kind of veer off the quick start.
We're going to veer off just a little bit. I think I want to bring in this Dahan into here.
Okay.
Seeing as there is an invader here, we're going to then generate a fear.
Nice. So you only wanted to bring in 1?
I think so.
Okay. That is fair. The quick
Yeah.
start guide has you gathering 3 of them, but we are trying to set ourselves up for the rest of the game.
Right.
And so if you think that is the best course of action, then so be it.
So be it.
And that's it for our slow powers. So now time passes. We're going to discard our cards into our own discard
discard
piles.
pile,
I'm
yep.
going to place mine up here.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
And I'll copycat you. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
And then basically anybody who has any partial damage would heal at this time, both the Dahan as well as the invaders.
Sure.
And that's it.
Yep.
We are all ready to continue the rest of the game. We are now in uncharted territory. We're going to strategize this and try to win. We'll see what happens.
Sure.
So here we go, round 2. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the board and see what's going on. We just need to generate 2 more fear, Naveen, in order to get a fear card.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're going to be ravaging. So the main problem is this location right here.
I can defend that.
This location is also a problem.
Okay.
And it might be a problem that you might need to deal with because you're closer to it.
Can you then deal with this? I would have liked to do this, but if you can deal with this, then sure, I can do that.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to deal with this.
Okay.
I think I can. I think maybe. So let's
Okay.
go ahead and go into our growth.
Sure.
I think I know I'm going to choose my third option here, which gets me 3 energy. And I can add a presence to up to 2 spaces away. So I think I'm going to have to add 1 here in order to try to protect that area.
Okay.
So the question is, do I want an additional fire or do I want an animal symbol? So you have elements on your track as well that are kind of ongoing. I'm going to go with the fire symbol. So I'm going to take my presence from my energy per turn row,
Okay.
and I'm going to place it here
Nice.
because it is only 1 space away.
Sure.
And that way I can actually play a
Try
card
to do something
in that
there.
region.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Okay, I'm going to do this top right corner. So I'm going to gain a power card.
Okay.
I'm going to gain an energy, and then I'm going to add a presence up to 3 away from where I already have one. So
Okay.
let's go ahead and just add this one. I'd like to have a little bit more energy.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and add it into this problem area that we just mentioned.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. I
Okay.
like it.
I was thinking about coming here and doing some stuff, but I think we'll do it over there.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
Which kind of power card would you like? Major or
we're
minor?
going minor. There's no
Okay.
way. I'm not ready to ditch anything. So I draw 4, and then I'm going to look at these and then keep 1.
All right.
All right, I'm going to choose this card. It's called Lure of the Unknown. It's
Okay.
speedy, it costs no energy, and it has all the symbols that I'm looking for in my innate power.
Nice.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah.
So this one, it will allow me to gather either an explorer or a town from sites that do not have invaders. So I can kind of like pull things away from problem areas.
No, so you have to target a land that doesn't have invaders.
Right.
And then pull
Pull
invaders
away.
into it.
Exactly,
From
yeah.
adjacent lands. Okay, great.
Yeah, so this is now in my hand right away. I do have to
Nice.
discard these 3 that I chose not to take, and that goes out.
All right, so let's go ahead and gain some energy. I get 2 energy.
Same too.
Wow, suddenly I have so much. I have 5. There
It's
you
good.
go.
Use it.
And
Help
let's
us.
go ahead and choose our cards so I can still play 2 of them.
Same.
All right, I'm going to play these 2 cards,
Okay.
and I think one card is going to help with this because I
Okay.
was kind of assigned this duty,
It needs to be
and
done. Yeah.
the other one is going to attempt to help with that.
Cool.
Just so you know.
Okay.
So it's going to cost a total of 4 energy. So fortunately, I have a
There
lot of
goes
energy
your
now.
5. Right.
And one is fast, one is slow. So I'll just go ahead and put them side by side.
Okay, I'm also going to place play a fast and slow. So we have eerie noises and moving trees, and we have boon of watchful guarding.
Nice.
This is going to be useful for guarding.
Okay.
Protection.
So a total of?
A total of 2, so I still have 1 left over, just like you.
Very good. All right, so let's go ahead and resolve these fast powers, shall we?
Okay.
Do you care who goes first?
No, I think it seems like you're handling this bottom. I'm handling this. We'll have some crossover ideally later.
Okay, fantastic. So my one fast power right now is mark territory with scars and teeth.
Nice.
So I can target any land that is in an area where I have presence.
Okay.
So I'm targeting here.
Sure.
It's going to allow me to defend for 9. So I'm going to place this token here
Boom.
as a casual reminder.
Nice.
If there are invaders present, which there definitely are, then we gain 2 energy.
Fear.
Bum, bum, bum. Fear is what I meant to say.
The energy of fear.
Right. So we go ahead and earn that fear
There
card.
you
It's going to
go.
be a nice little surprise.
And this all
And then
goes back.
Refresh the fear pool.
We need to generate more fear now.
The last part of this card is going to go to waste. It says I can now push 2 Dahan. There are no Dahan in this land. So
That would have been great
That's
to have
about
these
it.
2 Dahan coming in here, because when they ravage, you would defend, but because they were defended against,
yeah.
they would attack back for 2 each. That would have been really nice.
Yeah, we're basically going to casually ignore
Casually.
it.
That's fine. My fast card here is
Uh-huh.
a Boon of a Watchful Guarding. This one allows me to target any spirit. I'm going to target myself.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of why I set myself up over here.
Must be nice.
Says- for both of us, yes. In one of target spirits land, defend for 4. So I know this is going to attack in a ravage for 3.
Okay,
We're going to defend for 4 here.
nice.
So I'm going to go ahead and place this out here as a reminder for us.
Okay.
I could, if I wanted to, pay 1 energy to defend for 8, which is what I was kind of planning on doing down here.
Yeah.
So that's kind of overkill, knowing what they're going to do over there. So
Yeah, don't
I'm
do
not going
that.
to do that. And now because I've played a power that has the word defend in it,
Uh-huh.
I can use my special rule, which is that Dahan trusts the Watchers.
Yeah.
So I can gather a Dahan into that targeted land. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Nice.
And then that way, this can kind of fight back when they do ravage, and
Yeah.
it's defended for 4. So it's great.
That's great.
All right, and then my innate power, because I did play a moon and 2 plants, we are going to generate a fear.
Okay.
And then I can defend 2 into a targeted land where there's invaders 1 away from my sacred site. It's not going to really happen here because this land is not going to be attacked. So I'll just kind of just as a placeholder, just put this out there.
So
It's
no,
not
you
gonna
actually
happen.
have to target. You have to target a land that has
Oh, that has
in
invaders.
it,
That's
or
right.
else you don't generate the fear.
That's right. Thank
Yeah.
you. Good
Yeah,
call.
that's,
We're gonna just do this. So now we have a 6 defense here, which is good.
Yeah. Well,
and
it
then
generated the fear.
yeah, and then
That's all
special rule can apply here where because I did defend here,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to pull any more Dahan in.
Okay, perfect. And so I think those are all of our fast powers, right?
I think so. Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So the invader phase, exciting. We have a fear card.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and see what this says. So this is what the fear cards look like. They're kind of divided into these 3 different levels
Sure.
according to what terror level we are.
Okay.
So we're going to refer to the very top here, which is terror level 1. This is called Dahan Raid.
Okay.
So it says each player chooses a different land with Dahan. In each, you deal 1
Oh
damage.
wow.
Oh,
This is great.
that's great. Hold on. That's really great.
So like we know they're
So-
going to build in the jungles, which is going to be a problem for the future.
yeah.
So I think we know the jungles are going to be building next. We
Yeah.
kind of don't want to build these towns. And
Right.
there's Dahan here and here. What do you think about me taking one, you take the other?
Well, the thing is, I was planning on dealing damage to
Okay.
this land with my ferocious
Oh, okay.
rampage.
Sure.
So maybe I'll choose this one.
Where I'm at.
I
yeah.
can't choose this. There's no Dahan
There's no
here.
Dahan. Yeah.
So if I choose this one, then they won't build, right?
Right.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
So I'm going to remove that explorer.
So you'll do that one.
And you'll do that
just say
one?
this one.
Perfect.
Okay, because you're dealing with this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm going
okay.
to deal with that in the slow phase. That's
Okay.
great.
That's good.
See how nice they
Fear
are?
is great.
All right, so the invaders' turn. First, they're going to ravage in wetlands.
Okay.
So no invaders here.
Nope.
They are going to ravage, but just for
For
one.
one.
So nothing happens.
Perfect. That's the best case.
And then, what did you do here? You have so much defense.
I defended for 4 plus 2 for 6. And they're
Okay.
going to attack for 3. So we're good there on the ravaging.
Fantastic. So that means they don't deal any damage, but the Dahans still fight back
Mhm.
because they technically ravaged. They were
Right.
just fully defended.
Right.
So the Dahan fight back for 2 each for a total of 4,
Yep.
which is going to wipe them both out.
Perfect.
Right? Good job,
By
Dahan.
doing that, we generate a fear.
Yeah.
That's great.
See, the
The town
Dahan
is out.
are our friends.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can go ahead and just remove this so we don't accidentally leave it from round to round.
Okay, sure. And then in this final region, I'm defending for 9,
Mhm.
which is going to be enough because this is 3, 4, 5, 6.
Perfect.
Okay.
Cool.
And I'm going to leave this here because you're technically supposed to remove them during time passes, Naveen.
Okay.
All right, so now they build in jungles specifically.
So we got here
So I think just here and here.
and there.
Right?
Yep.
A
So
town.
2 towns.
2 towns.
1 in each.
A town in each, because there are no invaders in either of these jungles.
Yeah, because we cleared them out.
So that was real nice. All right, are you ready to explore?
Yeah.
We already know what this card is.
Yeah.
It's sand.
Sand.
Okay. So, where are we going to get some explorers?
Okay, I don't think we get any explorers here because they are cleared out, right?
That's so
That's
nice.
great. Now
And they're
they
not
will.
next to the ocean.
They are not.
Because this is not.
That rock.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
cliff,
that's real great.
That's good. But they will show up here.
Yes. So we get an explorer there. This one is next to the ocean, so they also
Yeah.
get one.
And then they're going to lurk out of this city, technically, this town, technically.
Yeah,
So
they are.
They're there.
They're spreading their people
They are.
amongst across the island. Okay, so that was not too bad.
Not too bad.
And then we're gonna go ahead and move these down. So
Okay.
now we have some ravaging going on in the jungles. So this is not gonna be a problem.
Okay,
I'm about
good.
to take care of that, but this will be.
Okay.
And then in the sands, they're going to build. Just so you know.
Just so I know.
All right.
Okay.
So slow powers.
Ooh.
Do you care? Does it matter who goes?
No, go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to do my ferocious rampage. So this requires me to target a land where I'm at. So of course I'm going to target this one.
Mhm.
First thing is I generate 1 fear,
Perfect.
so that's
I like
nice.
it, like it.
And then I get to deal 3 damage, but only to explorers and towns,
Oh,
which is
perfect.
fine
Yeah.
because that's all we
Which
have
is
there.
technically 4 for you, right?
Yes, so so this card actually is one of my own UD cards. So
Right.
it comes with a nice friendly reminder that says I get to deal an additional damage because of my special rule.
Sweet.
So that's going to be 4 damage total, and it just removes both of these.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then because it's a town, we generate another fear. We're halfway to the next fear card.
That's fantastic
good,
because
yeah.
I really want to get to Terror level 2.
Terror level 2 sounds good.
That is a nice goal.
Yeah.
I also have my innate power.
Okay. Was that the one
So-
about pushing?
It's the one that allows me to spread out. I'm just not quite hitting this second. Oh, actually, hold on. I've met the second threshold.
Okay.
So because I've met multiple thresholds, you have to perform all of them in order on the same target land. Specifically, I believe for my.
Mine just basically builds. It's like everything is a better version of the one before it. So it's just like, just take the best case scenario.
Okay,
Yeah.
so mine says I perform all thresholds reached in order on the same target land. So first I target a land with invaders. I'm going to target this land because
Nice.
it is 1 space away from where I'm at.
Sure.
If I don't have presence there, I am required. That's required. I have to gather. So I'm going to gather
You're
from
leaving the wetlands.
this adjacent land.
I
And
like it.
gathering is always taking from adjacent lands, pulling in like a vacuum.
Yeah.
So I brought in my presence into here, and now I get to deal 1 damage. But because I have that special rule, I
Sweet.
deal 2 damage.
2.
So I'm gonna take out this.
Take out the town. Another fear.
Nice.
And so you left here because we just discarded a wetland.
Yeah.
Even if this next card in the 2-phase cards is a
Uh-huh.
wetland, we know we have a little bit of time
Yeah.
before this becomes a big problem.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And I believe that's it for my slow powers. And again, if it wasn't clear, the reason why I was able to reach this second threshold is because I have 2 fire symbols, one on this card and one on my my energy,
Right.
my energy row.
That's good.
I also have 1 of that symbol there and my 2. I think these are animal elements.
Mhm.
So, all right, Naveen, go for it.
Very good. Okay, we are going to use eerie noises and moving trees. This
Okay.
one, I get to target any land.
Yep.
The range is 1 away from where I have presence, so
Uh-huh.
I have presence here.
Yep.
And I get to generate 2 fear and push up to 2 explorers or towns.
Oh, okay.
So we're
So
saying
here?
this is the land.
Yep.
The range is 1 away. We're going to generate that 2 fear I talked
Oh,
about.
so this is what you're targeting.
I'm
This
targeting
one
here, yeah,
Okay.
relative to this presence here. And then I'm going to push, they only have 1 explorer. I cannot push cities. So I'm going to push this explorer into the wetlands, knowing what we kind of just know about this this discarded wetland.
They're not going to be a problem for
Yeah,
a while.
for a little while,
For a little
yeah.
while. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. So we just need this one last fear, and
Yeah.
then we can get to the next fear card.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. Time passes. Let's go ahead and discard our cards.
Okay. I only have
And
1
then-
card left, so I'm probably going to have to do the one where I pick up my cards. I'm
Okay.
thinking, yeah.
I'm going to remove my token. And I think that's pretty much all for cleanup. I have 1 energy. One
Yeah, same,
energy
yeah.
going into this. And only 1 card. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Reclaiming my cards here allows me to gain a power card and an energy. That's kind of nice.
That
I'd
is
like
nice.
another minor. Hopefully that's something I can synergize
My
with.
reclaim cards growth just lets me add presence to where I already am.
That's good though. It creates a sacred site for you if you
Yeah.
have cards that require it.
Are you ready for the next round?
Yeah. So, well, we just have to know going into the next round jungles are going to ravage, so we have to be careful there. So
Okay.
the only ravaging jungle is this one. This is kind of nice.
This is really
This
nice.
is actually really nice. So we should probably focus on the sands right now, right? Because they're going to build there and
Try to remove them.
try to remove them. I'm looking at this city. If I can do something about this city, I will try to do that.
You will be the star of the show.
Yeah.
Naveen. You'll be the MVP.
Just like the book wanted us to do it, now I will try to figure out a
Now's
way
your
to
chance.
do it. Yes.
All right, growth. I think we know what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm going to reclaim.
I'm going to reclaim as well. So
Okay.
my growth option lets me add a presence to where I already am, and I'm going to go for the sweet, sweet energy.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to place this here because it's a nice kind of central location,
Yeah.
and my innate power has me kind of pulling from where I already have presence.
Plus, this is still something we need to be focused on. So
Yeah.
to be kind of closer to it
it's not an immediate problem, but it's still a
it
problem.
will become something. Yeah.
Right. And then I can reclaim my cards.
Okay,
So picking
perfect.
all these up.
Okay, so I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm reclaiming cards. Mine does gain me energy, though, and then I also gain a power card. I'm going to go minor again because,
Nice. I like that combination. You get to reclaim and gain a new one at the same time.
yeah, I want to look for
Nice
something that's a little attacky
combination.
because my base cards are not attacky at all. So
You're a defendy
well,
person.
I have those, but I'd like to have some flexibility.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, I'm going to discard these three, and I really like this card that I drew.
Ooh.
It is Land of the Haunts and Embers. This has two of the three symbols that I'm looking for. It's
Sweet.
speedy, doesn't cost anything to put into play.
Yeah.
And this is a fear-generating one. Ooh,
Which
I
one?
just realized at the bottom, it says add one blight if I do this.
Oh, Naveen, what are you doing to us?
Ooh.
Yeah, the sweeter the card,
Yeah.
the worse the counterbalance.
I kind of read
Yeah.
positive, ignore the negative.
It's extremely positive, extremely positive.
What do you think? Should I
Very
just go with
negative.
it?
No,
You don't like it?
no, we
All
only
right.
have 11 blight in our blight pool, Naveen.
Okay. Let's go back to the drawing board.
Okay.
It's a good teaching moment. All right, unfortunately, I have to go with this one instead. This is Plan B of all the
Okay.
four cards. Okay, this is
Okay.
another fast one. It's called Enticing Splendor.
Ooh.
It's fast, doesn't cost anything. I love the things that don't cost anything.
Same.
This allows me to target lands that do not have a blight, so that's pretty good for us.
Uh-huh.
And this allows me to gather gather invaders, not cities,
Yeah.
or gather up to 2 Dahan. So
Yeah, I
Dahan
like
are
that.
nice for me to kind of move around.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of a flexibility thing. Plus, it has 2 of the 3 symbols I'm looking for in my innate powers. So,
Nice.
there we go.
Gather or gather.
Gather or gather.
So it is a very flexible card.
It's not as good as Fear Generation, but I'll take it.
Okay, let's get some energy.
Mhm.
So I gained 3,
2 for me.
and you're at 2 now,
2, yeah.
which is nice. And then go ahead and choose your cards.
So I get to play
each.
2 cards. So now we know they are only going to ravage here.
Right.
So this is its own little secure little bunker right here.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about the ravage.
Yeah, I think we want to
step.
slow down the sands from
We
building.
wanna slow down
So
the
I
build.
definitely want to try to attack this city.
Mhm.
I want that city to be not a thing anymore.
Yeah, so this is a big aspect of the game. If you have not really played Spirit Island before, you really want to look ahead at the factory belt here
Yep.
and kind of try to put out your fires before they come
Before they
huge
bubble up, yeah.
wildfires, right? So,
Mhm.
all right, I know we talked about trying to prevent the sand, but unfortunately, I don't have any good cards
Yeah.
that allow us to prevent that.
Same.
So I'm going to play 2 slow cards.
Oh, okay.
It's going to cost me 3 energy total. So it's going to be a very slow phase
Slow
kind of
burn.
round.
All right. Well, I'm playing 1 fast and 1 slow, so that's
Nice.
something.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
please, because we need this out.
Yeah, this one allows me to generate the 1 fear, which
Nice.
is what we need.
Cool.
All right. So should I go first then?
Well, you have to
Since-
pay for it. see?
Ah, yes. 1, 2, 3. This is why we work together. There
Thank
go.
you.
Okay.
All right, Naveen,
Okay.
take it away with your fast power.
Mysterious abductions, speed, any land, somewhere where I have a presence. So we're just going to go ahead and just do it here, technically.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So then I'm going to just wipe this thing out.
Yep,
for
1 damage.
1 damage and 1 fear. There we go.
Nice. So we got a fear card. We've earned a fear
Earned.
card.
So that's this one.
And this resets.
That does reset, yeah.
So, all right. Do
my-
you have another?
My innate power, I can do this. Okay,
Okay.
so I have 2 moons and 2 plants. So that's just this first one. I really need to get a 3rd plant going,
Well,
which is right here. If
yeah,
I can
if
just
you
unlock
unlock
that,
that,
which
then
in
you
the
can-
future I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's going to allow us to target a land with invaders
Okay.
up to 1 space away from a sacred site. So I'm going to target this land,
Okay.
even though it's not attacking. I just want to be able to activate what it does.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this here.
So it
So
defends
it
for
defends for 2, even though they're not ravaging.
Yep.
But because I was able to do this, I do generate 1
1
fear.
fear.
So we get a little
Perfect.
extra fear.
Love it.
Why not?
Yes, why not?
Why not?
And I think
Okay.
that's it. Those are all our fast powers.
Yep.
So let's go to the invader phase, starting with the sweet
So we're
sphere
still in terror level
card.
1.
Yeah, but still good.
Okay.
So this is Seek Safety. Each player may push one explorer into a land with more towns or cities than the land that it came from.
Oh, that's
Oh.
great. This is great. We can push these all into this zone right here. You can get this out here and this out here, and they will not build in these 2 locations.
Oh, but this is going to be useless. Hold on a second. What is the best way to do this? You know, we can make that work
Yeah.
because that's actually a good idea. We don't want them to build.
We don't want them to
That is
build.
very, very important. And so I was initially going to play this card on this location,
Mhm.
and because it's going to allow me to deal 3 or 4 damage, I guess, total.
Mm.
But if we push them into here, I can spread into this land using my innate power.
Oh, nice.
And then still deal 4 damage, but just in this land. So
Sure. You can
I'll
take
be
that
able-
city out.
Yeah, I'll be able to take out a town and 2 explorers.
You don't want to take out a city and 1 explorer?
I can't. My card says I can only deal damage to explorers and
Oh,
towns.
perfect. There you go.
So they
That
thought of
works.
everything.
That
right?
works. Yeah, they did.
Okay, so you can push 1 explorer into a land with more cities and towns. So I'm going to push this one into here,
Okay.
and you're going to push this one.
Yeah, I'll push that one in so that way they're not building in those 2 locations.
Lovely.
That's great.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your
Thanks,
card.
Fears.
That was great. Okay, so the invaders go. Ravage time.
Here,
Here, but
So
they only
1.
deal 1 damage, so nothing happens.
again,
It's a
if
nice
they deal
freebie.
2 or more, then we get a blight token.
Yes.
That's bad.
Then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are no invaders
Yeah,
in
we're
any of the other
managing it pretty
circles.
well.
Yeah, we're managing it quite well. All right, so let's go ahead and go to build.
Yeah, so because of that fear card, we don't have to worry about building here or here, but we do have to build a town here. This defend does not do anything against that.
Okay,
But that's
So-
okay.
there's that. Nothing there either. That's still, hey, that's really good.
That's really good.
right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see where we're exploring today.
Mountains. I always do.
Mountains.
Hadn't seen it.
Okay, so if you see this symbol, refer to the rule book if you want to make the game a little bit harder because it indicates to you that something needs to happen that'll make the game harder.
Right.
Since we're demonstrating sort of a quick start version of the game, we're going to skip all those symbols and just play the game as normal.
Mhm.
So then they're going to explore in the mountain areas.
Yes. So
And I
they're
think-
creeping out of these structures into here.
Okay.
Not happening here because there's nothing adjacent.
Oh,
perfect.
that's nice.
They're not next to the coast here, technically.
Yeah,
That's nice.
that's great.
They're creeping out of this little town,
Okay.
and then they're going to slide on in from that wetland.
Because they're both adjacent to the ocean as well as
Right. All
lands
that structures.
have
Yeah.
buildings.
Right.
All right.
Cool.
All right, so that's that. Let's go ahead and move these down. So now sand areas are going to ravage.
So that's this problem area here.
That's only
Yeah,
there.
That's only
right?
there, which is not bad.
That's
I think
not
I
bad.
think I can get over there now.
Perfect.
I think.
And we still have our slow powers.
Right.
So
right.
I'm going to go ahead and do that thing that I was saying, my
Okay.
whole plan. I'm going to start with my innate power, actually. Death approaches from beneath the surface. And I think I have enough for that second threshold again.
Okay. What was
Because
that
of that sweet always
Yeah,
fire
that's
on,
nice, yeah. On
presence
fire.
there. Yeah, that's 2 fire, 2 animal, and 1 of the gray elements there.
Mhm.
So I can deal a damage. I can deal 2 damage in a target land. So first I have to do the top one. So
Okay.
I have to target a land that has invaders. If I want to be able to use this card on this land, I have to target it.
Okay.
So it has invaders. It's 1 away from where I am.
Okay.
And so I have to gather 1 of my presents in there. That's required.
Got it.
So now that I'm in there, I can do everything in there.
Mhm.
So the thing that's unfortunate is no matter what I do, I cannot touch this city
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
So
That's okay.
I'm just going to deal the 2 damage to the explorers
Okay.
because I will be able to do more damage using this card.
Okay.
So again, it's 1 damage for the actual ability and then +1 for my territorial aggression.
Gotcha.
So those explorers are out.
So that's your innate power.
That's my
right?
innate power.
Okay.
So now that I'm here, I can use that for my ferocious rampage
Yeah,
card
might as well.
because I have to be in that land,
Oh,
in the
that's
target
why
land.
that was so important. Okay.
So first thing, we generate 1 fear.
Yep. Nice.
So hey, and then I deal 3 damage, but only to towns and explorers. So you know what? Before I do that,
Okay.
I'm gonna go in the other way, the other
Sure.
order. So my herd towards the lurking maw
Mhm.
first.
Okay.
I have to target this land because I'm there. I generate, 1
So you
fear.
still generate the
I
fear.
still generate
Okay.
that. And then I can gather up to
Ah,
1
nice.
explorer or 1 town. So do I want to I'm going to gather this one,
Yeah.
right?
Bring it in.
So that's in there. And now I can use the full effect of this card.
Like it.
So same thing. I'm going to generate the fear. and I deal the 3 damage, which is technically 4.
And
but who's counting?
that's why dragging him in was good.
Yes, I
Yeah.
wish I could have dragged that in.
Yeah.
Do you have a slow ability?
I do, but it's not going to be effective there.
You can't push anything in there?
No.
Okay, so then it's just going to remove these
1,
3.
2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, well, yes. 2 for the town and 1 each for the explorers. So
Yeah.
actually, you're right.
Dragging in would have been.
Dragging in would not have
nothing.
been good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we generate a fear
Yeah, that's good.
for
Town's gone.
removing for destroying
Get rid of your towns.
the town.
Okay, we're
And that's
halfway
it
to
for
another fear card.
You do have a slow power.
Halfway to that halfway, we are going to target any land 1 range away. So I'm going to target this land here
Okay,
because I'm 1 range away. We're going to generate 2 fear.
nice.
And then I can push up to 2 explorers or towns. So
You
I'm
want to
thinking
do
about
that?
just pushing this town and kind of just getting it over here into this wetland over here.
Any reason why?
Well, there's no wetland showing.
Just to ravage
When
less?
they ravage in the next round, right? Because this is going to be in the next round.
Mhm.
I can defend for a little bit less than the 5 that would be there,
Right.
right? Plus, I don't
Okay.
even have presence there.
I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. That's it, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, time passes. Let's go ahead and discard our cards
These are out.
and remove our tokens. So I think it's just this
Just
one.
me, yep.
Nobody's damaged, right?
We're good.
We're good. Okay.
Solid.
So that's that. We're doing actually pretty
Pretty
well,
good, yeah.
I think. We are 2 fear away from generating our next fear card, which will be really nice because I think, that'll
Yeah.
give us Terror level 2.
Every 3 cards is the next terror level.
And
so-
Terror level 2 only requires us to remove cities and towns. We don't have to worry about explorers at that point.
Sure.
So I would love to try to win at Terror level 2
Two, yeah.
because I've never won at Terror level 1 before.
No, yeah.
All right, are you ready for the next round?
Yep, that's it.
All right, growth phase.
Yep.
I think it is time to gain another power card.
Okay.
So I'm going to choose this option, which lets me add a presence 1 away. And since, what do you think?
I mean, they're
Ravaging
building here,
Yeah.
ravaging. I think it's only really this one that we have to worry about. So
the mountain then.
I think we got to work on that one.
I'll go there since you
Yeah,
can't
that's
reach
good.
it.
Do you want major or minor?
It's so tempting to go major, especially because I kind of want to replace the Devouring Ants card. I don't want to destroy Dahan to use that.
Yeah,
But I just think I need more of a card economy.
Okay.
So let's go with minor.
minor. All right, so you
Just
get
gonna
4
add an additional
cards.
card.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Thank you.
Okay. While you're figuring that out,
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and do this one in the top right corner. I'm going to gain 1 energy.
Okay.
I get to add a presence up to 3 away. Honestly, I think I'm just going to, I kind of want this extra plant. So I'm going to go ahead and place this into this area where that city is. I'd like to be there.
Okay.
And then I will gain a power card. I think I'm also going to go with the minor. So let's get 1, 2, 3, and 4 and figure it all out from here.
Okay. While you're figuring that out, I'm going to discard these 3,
Okay.
please. And I'm going to go with Call to Migrate. So this
Ooh.
is a slow power,
go.
unfortunately. But it does allow me the ability to gather up to 3 Dahan and then push.
Wow.
So you can I can
You can just,
facilitate
like,
a land.
boom,
Yeah, I can use it
boom,
as a
like
way
that.
to move them
That's
around.
pretty good.
It also has 2 of the symbols that I'm looking for. So it's
Nice.
going to go in my hand.
Okay, I think I like this one. Dark Entangled Woods. It's a fast one. It's going to cost only 1 energy. Has 2 of the symbols I need. It's fast. It generates fear, and it could also defend in certain terrain like the mountains and jungles. So,
Nice.
yeah, I'll take it.
That's
So,
a really that's
not
great.
bad.
I'm all in for the fear generating
All
cards this
in.
game, this particular game,
Sure.
because I think that's kind of our strength at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so let's go ahead and gain some energy. So
Okay,
I get 4.
I get 2.
So here's your 2, and then we'll choose our cards.
Sure.
Now, are you going to try to target this? Because if so, I'll play that card that gives you +3 damage.
Is it a speedy one? So
It is fast.
My only fast damage is this one. It's already been played.
Oh,
And the only way to get this back would be to reclaim. And if I reclaimed, I would have to use this card in an area that I have a token, so I wouldn't have the token in there.
okay.
So therefore, it's a multi-step process.
So
before
do
I
we
can
have
do
any
that.
way of making this?
I can defend it.
Okay, let's do that. I don't want to gain another blight. I'm all against getting blight on the
Anti-blight.
island.
Okay.
I'm anti-blight.
Anti-blight.
All right, I'm going to play these 2 cards,
Okay.
1 fast and 1 slow.
Sure.
And so that's going to cost 3 energy total.
Mm-hmm.
And you?
Okay, I am going to play these 2. They're both fast.
Okay.
So it's going to cost me just 1 energy total.
that's so cheap.
that's good. Yeah. So maybe I
Yeah.
can try to get a major power if we don't.
Sweet.
Yeah, on the next one.
And with the fast power that I am playing, I'm basically just playing this. So let's go ahead and go into the fast
Okay,
power
yeah,
phase.
why not?
So I'm just going to go ahead and resolve this now. It's my only fast card. It's the Marked Territory with Scars and Teeth. I'm only playing this to generate fear.
Okay.
It's going to allow me to defend for 9, but the only land that's ravaging is that one.
Where I am, yeah.
So I guess I'll target this land. It
Okay.
just has to be somewhere where I'm at.
Sure.
I defend for 9. Let's just put this there just for fun.
Okay.
And then if invaders are present, we generate 2 fear.
There you go. Boom. 1, 2.
I can
That's great.
also push 2 Dahan, but there are none. So,
Okay. So nice. But you generated enough fear, so we have a fear card now.
yes.
That's good.
We also have reached Terror level 2.
2.
So now our victory
Just cities
condition
and towns
is
need
just
to get wiped out.
cities and
That's kind of a
towns.
challenge.
It is kind of a challenge at the
It's a
moment
challenge, yeah.
because these areas are going to build.
Mhm.
But
It
what
is
can
what
you
it
do?
is, yeah.
It is what it is.
Everything I'm doing is fast. I have nothing slow going on here. So
Okay.
let's go ahead and I'll do Dark and Tangled Woods. Generate 2 fear.
Nice.
If the target land is... Oh, sorry. Well, I should probably target a land.
Oh,
so,
yes. Always. You always target
Always target a land.
something, either a land or a
Yeah,
spirit.
so it's anywhere where I'm 1 away. So honestly, I could defend... I mean, I could use this one right here. But the thing right here, it says I only defend if it's in mountains or jungles. Mountains or jungles are not ravaging here.
Okay.
So it's this part is kind of moot. So I'm just basically taking it for the 2 fear. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just targeting
Any land.
literally anywhere.
Anywhere
that's
to
one
get
away.
2 fear.
So let's just say you target there.
Yeah, why
Okay,
not? Okay.
cool.
So that's this one. This one now, it says anywhere where there's no invaders, I can gather 1 explorer or a town.
Right.
So there are no invaders here.
Okay.
I'd like to gather this explorer,
So that
knowing
they
that
don't
they were
build?
going to try to build a town, and I'm going to bring them into the jungles.
Fantastic.
Bring them in the jungles.
Bring him in.
All right.
That's great.
I also have an innate power, and now I can do the second level one. So I have 2 moons, 1, 2, and 3 plants now.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Can you go back to this?
Sure.
So the range is 2 away from where you are
Uh huh.
in a land that has no invaders. Can you
Right.
bring them into here instead? So this explorer was here.
Yep.
If you bring them into here, they will ravage and they'll just get
killed.
defeated by the Dahan.
Love it.
So it's
Love it.
technically adjacent.
Yeah.
According to
That's
the
right, because
lines.
it's like that line right there. Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's 2 away from where you are, so it's completely valid.
Completely legal.
Fantastic.
Yeah, great. Okay, so back to this. I have the innate power.
Yeah.
So because I have 1, 2 moons and 1, 2 now 3 plants,
Yeah.
I can do the better one of this. So it's it says instead of the one the
Above
precursor
it?
above it. So it's instead 1 fear.
What you have to target?
Sorry.
So targeted land with
I'm targeting the
invaders.
land with an invader.
1 away from a
1
sacred
away
site.
from a sacred site, which
Okay,
is this one. Yeah.
Perfect.
So it's going to be this location
Yeah.
here. So we are going to generate 1 fear.
Nice.
And then defend for 4.
Oh, that's great.
Defend for 4
No
because they're going
blight.
to attack for 3.
Uh,
Now, because I do have that thing where I can move Dahan in, would you like me to move a Dahan in? The only thing is
how many can you move in?
I can move in 1, so
One.
it's kind of pointless.
It's not pointless if you
does-
can deal the 3rd damage using a slow power.
I cannot because
You
I've played all
can't.
my cards and
Okay.
I've done everything I can do.
Can I?
Can you?
Okay, this is slow and that just moves around.
It's like no.
Let me think. I think, oh my gosh, I'm so close. We're talking about this area here,
Totally,
right?
yeah.
I could have if I were literally here
Mm,
because my innate power lets me deal some damage.
1 damage away.
Yeah, so no,
But
we
we can't.
So
Okay.
it's up to you if you want to bring in.
Um,
Maybe this one was it? We don't know what's exploring next.
we
so
don't know what's exploring next.
It's up to you. It's kind of an uninformed
So
decision.
I think on my next turn, I will go ahead and get my cards back, and
Okay.
then we will do the thing where we can damage this. So maybe we don't do anything,
Okay,
right?
yeah, that's
Okay.
up to you.
Perfect. Okay. So I won't move the Dahan
Okay.
as my special rule.
So that's all fast.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. Okay, so
Okay.
let's go ahead and do the invaders phase,
Okay.
starting with our fear card.
All right,
Now that we are in Terror level 2, we get to do the middle one. So this is retreat.
okay.
Each player may push up to 3 explorers or towns from an inland land. From an inland land.
Okay.
So let's just see what the valid inland lands are.
Uh-huh.
It cannot be a land that is adjacent to the ocean or cliffs.
cliffs, yeah.
So like here.
This was 4, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mhm, yeah.
Oh, this is the only one that these 2 are the only ones with.
Yeah.
Gosh, now I wish you took it on.
I know. I know. I know.
I don't really want to because I mean, I guess I can push it into there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna push this one into here.
Why not?
That way they're with the Dahan.
So if they do something funny.
Yeah, I don't know what this card is.
We don't know. Yeah.
That's why.
Okay.
So, did you want to push this, or do you like it where it's at? It is
It's
with
kind
two
of protected.
Dahan
Yeah,
now.
with 2 Dahan. So let's just keep it like that.
Keep it like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that said May, so
That's
you
a-
don't have to do it.
That's not as good as we would like.
Are you complaining
A little bit.
about the fear card?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's that.
That's
So let's go ahead and do the invaders' turn.
Okay.
They now ravage. Only. Oh no, they ravage here as well. So let's do this one first.
Right.
So
Hits for
the
1.
explorer hits for 1. So they
Hurt
get
the Dahan.
hurt and then they hit them
Get
back.
back.
So
Oh,
they're
that was a
out.
good move, though.
That was nice.
That was good.
And then here is the only other place.
Yeah, so it's defended for 4.
Okay, so
So
they
they're only going to do 3 damage, so
so
it's
just
safe.
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's ravage. Let's build. Nothing. No build. We build
City.
a city.
City.
Awful.
A lot
That's
of things
always
going on in the south
It's
here.
never
Monique.
what you want to see. You never
Yeah.
want to see a city in
Yeah.
Spirit Island.
I know.
All right, shall we explore?
Yep, let's do it.
What do we have?
Coastal lands.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, this is a problem.
So since we are in the second phase of these invader cards, they do get worse.
yeah.
They will target, groups of territory now instead of just like a specific type of terrain.
Can be, yeah.
So now they are going to explore in all coastal lands.
Yeah, so it's like here, 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 and
Here,
there,
here.
there,
Anything
there.
that's next to the coast.
Anything that's next to the coast.
Okay.
It
well,
is what it is.
They are, and they definitely get them because they are
Because
next to
They
the coast.
washed up on shore with
So
their boats.
Here's your 3.
All right.
And good thing though is we don't have to remove the explorers.
Yeah, that's not part of our mission right
Yeah,
now.
they're not contributing to our score at all, or they're not delaying the game.
Right.
All right, and
So
that's it.
That's it. So I have nothing
So-
slow going on.
I
You
do.
do.
So just so we know, they are going to build in
Okay.
in those areas, and they're going to ravage. Where are they ravaging? Here, they'll get defeated
They'll
there.
get defeated there.
They'll. Oh,
That's a
this
problem.
is such a problem.
Maybe you can do something there.
I can try to do something now.
Okay.
So I do have this, which lets me gather Dahan and then push. So
Okay.
maybe you can help me figure out what to do with that.
Sure.
But first, maybe I should do this. My innate power.
Okay.
So I have 2 fire symbols, the mountain symbol,
Mhm.
and the 2 animal symbols.
Okay.
So I get to choose a place
like a
that
town.
has invaders that I can deal 2 damage. Yeah, it's going to be a town. So are we thinking here?
Totally.
Since this is what's going to be ravaging?
Totally.
Okay, so I'm going to remove this town.
Generate sphere.
Generates a fear.
There you go. Halfway
So-
to the next one.
That's my innate power. I also have my call to migrate. Okay, so I can target any land that's 1 away from where I'm at,
Okay.
and I can gather up to 3 and push up to 3 Dahan.
Mm.
Where do we want Dahan to be?
I mean,
That
they're
is
going
the
to build
question.
in all the coastal lands.
So this
That's
is-
making me a little nervous.
This is going to ravage for 4.
Yeah.
Are we going to be able to defend against that? Because I played my defensive card is the problem.
Let's see. I think I have that one card that says I can defend.
But I guess the question is, can you reach that location?
If I do this action here,
Yeah.
it would not allow me to then gather my cards
Okay.
back. That's a problem.
So maybe I can
well, no,
do
this can target any spirit. Maybe I'll target you to do the defense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In one of target spirits lands, defend for 4.
If I spend
okay,
an energy,
yes,
then
let's,
it's defend for 8.
then let's do that. And
Okay.
if we defend, no, we only have to defend for 4.
Okay,
'Cause
perfect.
it's only
Yeah.
4. And if I defend, I can still push 2 Dahan into here. I can gather 2 Dahan in, and they'll wipe out.
And,
the
and I'm
city.
also allowed to, because it's a defend card that I'm playing,
Yeah.
I get to use my ability to move a Dahan into that spot if you wanted me to. If you don't want to waste an action.
But you can only move 1 Dahan.
I can only move 1.
Okay, so we
right.
need 2 because we need them for
Yeah.
the city.
But if we have a way to do it, then that's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna gather. I'm not gonna push. I'm just gonna gather. I'm targeting this land, and I'm gonna gather these 2 because we're not worried about this land in the near future
No. Yep.
because it's not coastal or anything else really.
Sure.
All right, that's it. And you don't have any more slow powers?
That's it. No, I
Then
just
that
went
is-
all fast.
That's the end of
That's
the
the end of the
round.
round, yeah.
So let's let time pass.
Okay.
Discard that. Do you have any
good.
tokens on the board? I think you have
Just
this
that
one.
one. Yep.
And we
you
do have 1 Dahan who needs to be healed. There you go.
Mhm.
And that's
That is that.
That's it.
Oh man, they are going to build in all the coastal lands.
I know
that's a problem.
That's kind of a sobering thought.
Yeah, we were doing so good, and then coastal lands. That's a bad
Yeah.
card. Yeah.
All right, next round. So I'm probably gonna have to pick up my cards because I only have
Yeah.
2 left
I think
in
I'm
my
gonna.
hand.
I'm gonna hang on to these 3 probably in the next round. After that, I'll pick up.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, we are at Terror level 2, so we only need to move cities and towns,
Yeah.
which means
They're coming.
Huh?
They're coming.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So coastal lands are going to build. The thing that's nice about some of these coastal lands are the mountains will ravage first.
Right.
So this explorer is going to be removed before
Same
it
with this
even
one.
builds.
Yeah.
So the way that it looks right now, it looks
I
like
see.
our only issues are going to be these 4 lands after this round, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because those are the only ones that are going to build, and we can pretty much do something about everything else.
And you're
including
going to
this.
defend this one here.
Yeah, I think if I can pick up my cards, I can defend here, and then
Okay.
the Han will fight back and remove those 2.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's looking good.
I'm thinking.
see.
I'm thinking I'm gonna try to get down here with a presence because I
Okay.
have this ability to go up to 3 spaces away. 1, 2, 3. I'd like to be here because knowing this is gonna slide over eventually, that'll be a problem in the future.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's do our growth, and I'm going to do the reclaim cards, and I have to place 1 out where I already am.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to, you know what? One of my mistakes earlier on is I did not start chipping away at my card plays row. Would have been nicer earlier because it gives me more of these elements that can make my innate power just stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like one of our main ways of dealing damage.
Right.
And I kind of snoozed on it. So don't snooze on that if your devouring teeth lurk underfoot.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and place that there. All right.
Also, you're there too, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna gain 1 energy.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add that presence. I think I should probably just open this up. I want to get to playing more cards eventually. So that gets me one of the purple symbols, which I need.
Okay.
This one is going to be 1, 2. I'm sorry. Can I get there?
Wait, what
1,
are you?
2, 3. Yeah, here we go. I can go +3 spaces away.
Okay.
So I'm here. It's 1, 2, 3. So now I'm in this location.
Nice. Because
So-
of this, it's adjacent here.
Exactly,
So that worked
yeah.
out. Okay. So you did all your entire growth?
No, I got to gain the power card.
Okay. What kind of power card are you going to get? Is it major time?
I only have 4, 5, 6 coming.
Yeah, major cards are very expensive.
And then, like, I have to discard, I believe, from the cards in my hands.
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
You can discard from your. I mean, yeah, from your discard.
What do I hate? What do I
you
not
can
really
replace.
care for? This one I don't really care for, but it has all the symbols I need. That's what's so nice about it. All
Yeah.
right. I will just take a minor power.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Grab my 4 cards and let's see what we got.
All right.
Since I'm pretty defensive, I think I'm going to stick with this one. It has the symbols that I need. Entrancing Apparitions. It's
Oh.
a speedy 1 away from my range.
Okay.
And I can defend 2. If no invaders are present, gather 2 explorers. So
Up to 2. Okay.
Up to 2. So that can be pretty useful
Yeah,
if we want
you
to
can
avoid some building.
Get the
Just snipe 'em.
explorers out of lands where they're going to build.
Exactly,
Right? That's
yeah.
nice. That is useful.
Mhm.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and gain our energy. So I get 4.
2 for me.
So here is 1, and there's 2. All right. And now let's go ahead and choose our cards. I can still play 2 cards. Gosh, I could really use that fire symbol. Ugh. All right, I'm going to play these 2 cards.
Okay.
So 1 fast, 1 slow, and it's a total of 4 energy.
Nice.
So how about you?
1 fast, 1 slow, total of 1 energy. Maybe I do need to get a major power because I have really cheap cards. It'd be nice to have 1 big major power.
Yeah, you're about to just save some
Save
energy
some.
right there.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so shall we resolve our fast powers?
Yep.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Okay, so I can do this one, and that one that I just picked up. It's defend
Okay.
for 2. If no invaders are present, gather up to 2
Okay.
explorers. Now we know that they're gonna ravage here first, and then get self-killed by this Dahan.
Right.
Same with this one over here, so we don't have to worry about those. I don't want them to build here,
Oh, okay.
so I'm thinking of like defending there,
Uh-huh.
and then gathering this and like putting them in maybe the dead center over here.
So
Or-
okay, so you would have to target. No, you would have to target one land.
Yes, so I'm thinking like I would target this
So you
land
would-
because I can do 1 away.
Yeah, you would like pretend defend here.
Yep, exactly.
And then gather
and then
into
get
that
it
land.
out of the coastal land so that when it goes time to build, they will not be present there to build.
You can, yeah. I mean that works. I was
Yeah.
thinking, should you also gather these? But I don't think that matters because if you only have this, it still builds.
Exactly,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that is a fine plan.
Okay, so the targeted land is here.
Okay.
It's 1 away from something that I have presence.
Okay.
It's fast, so we are going to defend this land for 2.
Okay.
Even though it's not going to happen. But if no invaders are present,
Uh-huh.
then I can gather up to 2
Explorers.
So I'm going to gather from here into here.
Perfect.
So that works for me. Because
Uh-huh.
I played a defend. I have my special rule. I can
Gather a Dahan.
gather a Dahan, but it would have to go into that land. I don't think I
Yeah,
want to put
do
a
you-
Dahan into
do you
that
care
land.
about
Yeah.
doing that?
No.
Okay.
Okay. I do have my innate power here, so it is going to be 2 moons,
Okay.
and then 2 plants. So it's unfortunately
the
it's just
top.
this top one right here.
Okay. So you can defend for 2, and we gain. We generate a fear.
Fear, yeah.
Where are you going to target?
I'm just gonna say here, it doesn't really matter because we already know about that whole like
we already
protection.
established
but
who's ravaging.
I'll put that there though. But because I did that, I do get to
Gain a. You generate a fear.
Fear for us.
Sweet. Oh,
So that's
3.
good.
Can I? Oh, I don't know if. Oh, yeah. Maybe I can. Oh no, it's not going to be enough. I'm not able to generate the 3 fear
okay.
that we need for that card. Oh well,
Right.
that's okay.
Okay.
So I have 1 fast power. This is mark territory with scars and teeth. So I have to target where I already am. Yeah. That's sorry. This is for this.
Mhm.
We already knew this. So with this card, I can defend for 9,
Okay.
which is nice because then they're just gonna get wiped out. If invaders are present, we generate 2 fear.
Perfect.
I also push to Dahan. Oh, is that required?
You're pushing them out.
Gosh, I think I have to push to Dahan.
I think you have to.
And that completely foils our plans.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's at least defended.
it doesn't say May. Yeah, that's
It's
so
like saying,
unfortunate.
yeah, like, because remember that card that's like an add up light token. You have to do.
You have to
the
do it
thing.
all. I'm going to push the Dahan into here.
Okay.
So it's at least closer to some of the coastal lands.
Okay.
They can maybe help later.
Sure.
I don't know. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm disappointed in myself.
Oops.
Okay, so those are all of our fast powers.
Yes.
All right, no fear card this time. So we go
Yeah,
straight
we're one
to
away from it.
the invaders. I know that is
I know.
that's so painful.
I know.
All right, well they ravage. They don't ravage here because they're
It's
defending for
defended.
9.
Yep.
Here they'll
Hurt one.
They'll hurt 1 and then they'll fight back.
Nice.
So good job.
Nothing there in the top right.
Sorry, nothing here.
And then this one.
And this is the
same exact thing. Yep.
Same thing.
Hurt,
So
but survival.
that's nice. And they don't actually hurt them, right? Because you're defending.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. There
Yeah,
you go.
not that that matters.
Yep.
All right, so that was not too bad. So
Not
let's
too
go ahead and
bad.
build. So we get a town here as well, right?
Yep.
What else?
I moved this explorer out, so it's just a town here.
Okay, so
Now that's becoming a
in
problem.
here.
Yep.
Okay, so there's a lot more towns than
Then we want.
than we had originally planned
I
at the
know.
start. We were a lot more ambitious or optimistic at the start of this round.
Yeah.
now
the
here we are.
coastal lands are just like too hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is tough. Well, we have to explore, so shall we see? Here we go.
Jungle. Oh,
Jungles.
nice. Okay, good. I'm glad you moved into the jungle.
Huh? Over here. Oh, because of the Dahan. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that is nice, even though they're going to build.
Right.
So who is going to
I
explore
think
here?
everywhere, right?
Can
I think
Can
they're
you-
all 4.
are they all
Yeah,
4?
cities here. City town into here, and then the same thing to the right.
Did I put one in here already?
No.
2, 3, and then one more
Yep.
here.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yep.
All right.
They're gonna want to build.
Got to push through. Got to get
Gosh.
another fear card.
We do need to get
All
that
right,
fear card.
let's slide these down.
Badly.
So ravage. Oh, they're gonna ravage. Okay.
Yeah,
Things
yeah.
are looking scary. Well,
yeah.
we've got some slow powers, so let's see what we can do with them. Well, I guess I can start with my innate power.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I was 1 fire short of reaching the 3rd threshold,
Mm.
but hopefully with the next round I can get there.
Sure.
So I only went up to the 2nd threshold. So the first thing is I must target a land, and then everything happens to that land. So I'm going to target this one
Okay.
because it has invaders. It's 1 away. I have to move my presence there because I'm
Yeah.
not there already.
Sure.
And now I can deal 1 damage plus 1 because of my territorial aggression.
Nice.
So I'm just going to remove
The town.
the town. We
Gets
get
the
that,
fear.
and we get a
We get the
fear
fear card, which will be
card.
active on the next
next round.
round. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
So that's my innate power. I also have Ferocious Rampage. So I'm going to target this land because it is where I am at.
Yep.
It's a range of 0. And then it generates 1 fear.
1 fear. Perfect.
I also deal 3 damage plus 1 because of territorial
4,
aggression. So
nice.
4, but
Okay.
only to explorers and towns. So these 2.
Okay. So
So
then
that
another fear.
city is safe for
Safe
now,
again. Yeah.
but at least we did some stuff. It
That's
looks
good.
better.
If we can
right?
like defend it and then slide some of these in here so
Yeah.
it can counteract, that'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, ravaging is still not too bad.
Well, ravaging's happening here in the
mhm.
next round. This is not a problem. So it's only really
Here and here.
2 places,
Yeah,
right?
2
This-
places
this
for
is fine.
ravaging.
This is fine. Okay.
Lots of places for building. So I wonder if we could try. It's a lot. It's a lot to try to
That's
get
a
rid
lot
of.
of ground to cover.
All right. Do you have a slow power?
I do. So I have this one. This allows me to target any land up to a range of 1 away from where I have presence in a jungle. So
Mm-hmm.
at this area here.
Okay.
And I think I want to target this land. And it says gather up to 3 Dahan. If invaders and Dahan are present, we generate 1 fear.
Okay.
So I think I want to bring 1
Yeah.
2.
Gonna max it out.
Man, do I want to leave this one? Because I want this to kind of be there. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
just leave it.
What do you think?
Because you also have this ability. Your ability just lets you
Yeah, when the
bring
time is
Dahan.
right.
Sorry, I moved it.
That's fine, yeah.
I made the executive decision. I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
Yeah, it's a teamwork. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 3 here.
You can always move it, is
I
my
can-
point, because of your special ability.
Yeah, because I'll
special
most
role.
likely be doing that. Okay. Let's just bring them all into this sandy region right over here.
Okay. So that's it for your powers?
Yeah, well, if invaders and Dahan are present.
Oh, you
I mean,
didn't
if they're-
already do that?
I don't think so. No.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
That was good.
there we go.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do some cleanup. Time passes. Discard your
Perfect.
cards. Maybe it is time to get another power card.
It is for me. I'm definitely going to be reclaiming my cards.
Okay, this is yours.
This Dahan becomes
and
healed.
this one.
Yep. Thank you.
All right.
Do we have another injured Dahan anywhere? Are you ready for it?
Yes,
Okay,
I think
cool.
everything is ready. We are ready for the next round.
Yeah.
I'm feeling not as good as I did at the
Yeah.
start of last round, maybe because of my little mix-up. But let's
Okay.
go ahead and do some growth, shall we?
Sure.
All right, growth phase.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to gain a power card, and I'm going to add a presence one away. I'm just going to
Okay.
uncover this fire now. And I'm tempted to kind of move in here, but it seems like you're okay over there.
Yeah, kind of okay.
I'm
Yeah.
just going to go here,
Okay.
since we do have some sort of jungle
Yeah,
on
this
the
is going to
map.
move over, and it's going to be
Yeah.
a problem later on.
May I please have 4 major power cards?
Major
I'm going
power. 1,
into
2,
the
3,
major
4.
zone. Thank
I think
you.
I'm going to do something very
Because
similar.
I think I would like to replace Devouring Ants.
Okay, the one that kills Dahan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Because I'm using them too, like to our
Yeah.
advantage, yeah. So I know I need to reclaim my cards, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I gain 1 energy for doing that, and then also I'm going to reclaim the cards. And I think I have so many cards. I'm
What
going
are
to tell
you
you
gonna-
right now, my most expensive card is only 2 energy.
Oh,
So I need
So
to get
major
a
power
major
time.
power time. Yeah, I think it's time.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
It is a good
We need a
time.
big hammer.
we're like definitely towards the end of the game.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right, so I've chosen my power card. Can you discard this for me, please?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go with this one. This is a fast card that's called Paralyzing Fright.
Nice.
So I have to target a land that's 1 away from a sacred site.
So you have the sacred
But
site. Yeah.
it'll allow me to generate 4 fear. That is half of our
Yeah.
fear pool.
Yeah.
And in that one land, we skip all of the invader actions. So you don't ravage, build, or explore, just in that one land.
Yeah, that's good.
There's also some combo symbols here that I will never obtain because I don't have any purple symbols.
All right. Well, with my
Oh, sorry.
you have to discard
If
something, right?
you also had that, you would gain an additional 4
So you just
fear.
straight-
So you would just like wipe the entire fear pool every time you could do that. But I don't have the purple elements. So I am going to be replacing devouring ants.
Okay.
So this is now out. I have my own major card.
All right. I think I'm gonna go with Terrifying Nightmares. This
Oh,
one's pretty
okay.
good. Has the symbols I'm looking for.
Uh-huh.
It's fast. Costs 4. Generates 2 fear, and then I get to push up to 4 explorers or towns. That's
Oh,
really good from
that
a
is-
good range of 2.
That's
It's
fantastic.
like
Yeah.
And then if I have 4 of those moon symbols,
Uh-huh.
which I am collecting moon symbols, I just can only play 2 cards ever. So
Yeah.
so it's not really happening. But then it's another 4 fear. That's really, really good.
Wow. Do you have a moon anywhere on your
No.
player board? Oh, no.
No. So
Okay,
I
yes,
have to get
that's-
like
That is hard.
It's not gonna happen, but I like the top part.
Yeah.
And then I do have to get rid of a card. And honestly, this is the one that I picked up earlier.
Entrancing
like,
apparitions?
very recently. It's a moon
Okay.
symbol, yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna use it again
Okay.
as much as I'm gonna do other things. So
That is fair.
that's out.
All right.
Unfortunately.
So we now have some new loot in our hand. Let's go ahead and gain our energy. So I gained 4.
2 for me.
So 2 for you. What are you at now?
1,
Do
2,
a bunch
3,
of
4, 5,
singles.
6, 7, 8. 8.
There you go. All right. And play your 2 cards. I think I already know which 2 I'm playing.
Okay.
I'm going to go with 2 fast cards. We're going to try to go aggressive.
Aggressive.
Well, actually, 1 card is dependent on you. Are you going to deal damage? this
yes, I am gonna
Can-
deal damage.
Can you benefit from dealing plus a 3
Yes,
more damage?
definitely, and it's fast too.
Okay, so I'm
perfect.
playing Gift of Furious Might and my new card, Paralyzing Fright. So it's a total of 5 energy.
Okay,
All
very
right.
good. Okay, so even though I got that major power, I'm not going to use it. I'm
Oh.
using 2 fast ones because this is the only one that deals damage for
Oh,
me.
okay.
I'm very not attacky.
Okay.
It's going to be 2 fast ones. It's going to cost me just 1.
Oh my gosh.
good.
Just
Using
you
it.
can share that energy with me.
I know. So all of my stuff is going to be just fast going.
I think the only slow power we have is my innate power.
Yours, yeah.
So we're gonna do this all right now. Are
Okay.
you ready?
Yep.
You want to do this one first?
Sure. So
I'm
this
gonna-
is the one that's going to be attached and tethered to this one right
Yes, I am targeting another spirit. So it looks like I cannot target myself, which is
here?
unfortunate.
It has to be somebody else.
You
Okay.
now may deal +3 damage this turn with one of your damage dealing powers.
Okay, so I have Mysterious Abductions.
Okay.
And this one, it's fast. It's a range of 0, and I'm going to target this land right here
'Cause
because
this is you?
I'm present there.
Okay.
So it's going to generate 1 fear plus
Okay.
1 damage plus 3. So
Plus
technically
3.
4 damage. So let's generate the fear.
Okay.
I'm going to target here. So it's 1, 2, 3 with a 4 overkill.
Okay.
So that's gone. That
Yeah.
generates 2 more fear for us.
Nice.
And that's
liking
great.
this. Okay.
Awesome, yeah.
So that was these 2 cards.
hmm
Just to get your opinion, are you defending here?
I'm going to defend
Okay,
here.
why don't you do that next?
So basically, what this card says is a boon of watchful guarding. It costs nothing, which is great. In one of a target spirit's islands or lands, that's going to be me. I'm going to target
okay.
my own land here.
So you have to target any spirit. I see.
Yeah, and I'm going to say myself
Okay.
because it doesn't have to be my teammate.
Okay.
And then I can pay 1 extra energy to make this defend for 8.
Oh.
Because this is going to hit for 6.
For
That's why we have
6.
these Dahan. They're going to fight back.
Nice.
So I'll spend 1 to make it an 8.
Yeah, you have so much energy
And
anyway.
then I'm going to put this here.
Sweet.
And then because I did that, I can technically do my special rule.
Okay.
Um,
Would you like to do that? I mean, they're going to hit back already for
I think
for the
we're
6.
good. I don't think I
Yeah.
want to gather anybody else into that land. I think
Yeah,
that's-
anybody you would be gathering, you'd be taking away
It's a little
from
too
somewhere
concentrated.
else that's potentially useful, right?
It's true.
Okay.
I do have this though. So I have my speed,
Okay.
innate power. So I have 1 moon, 1, 2, 3 plants. So
Mhm.
again, it's back to this one right here.
Mhm.
Okay, so the target land has to be where there's invaders and 1 away from my sacred site. This is my only sacred site here. I'm just going to say it's this one,
Okay.
and then I'll go ahead and place this out right there.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
So then again, I can do the special rule, but I'm not going to move anybody around. But by doing that, I do gain 1 fear for us.
Generate a fear.
And then this is going to be defending this land for 2, but there's not going to be any ravaging happening.
so the whole purpose of that really was to generate the fear.
1 fear. Yep.
Okay.
It's nice.
I still have 1 more fast
Fast.
power, paralyzing fright.
Okay.
So I played this so that we could skip the invader action of 1 land. And I'm thinking, so this is not going to ravage. This is not going to do anything.
It's not gonna do
So
anything.
we don't even have to worry about this.
Yep.
But the things that we really want, that we really care about, are the areas that are going to build.
Build. Yeah.
So it's going to build here, right?
It's going to build there. It's going to build here as well. It's going to unfortunately build here as well.
It's okay if it builds here because
the
we have
Dahan's there.
Dahan. Next round, they can try to do something about that.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, my innate power is slow, and I can use that innate power to remove the town that they
Oh,
build.
perfect. Okay.
So maybe I'll just target here.
Okay.
And just
cool.
skip the build for that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put my marker in this
To remind
land
us.
on the one turn effect side.
Yep. So they are not going to be building here because of that card.
Right.
Okay, cool.
I also generate 4 fear.
Oh,
Sorry.
cool. So it's
So
going to
we do
be
get a
1 fear card.
Yes.
And then we're going to leave 3 behind, right?
huh.
We're gonna leave
Yes.
3 behind, yeah.
Because it
Okay.
resets and you
And then
put three,
1, 2,
three
3,
back
yeah.
in. So now we have 2 fear.
Double
cards.
fear.
Hey.
That's good. That's
All
great.
right. And I think that's it. Oh, too bad I didn't have. Oh no, I was way off from having other symbols. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yep.
Those are all of our fast powers. So I need to remember though that I have this slow power.
Yeah, I'm done.
So let's do the invader phase, starting with our fear cards.
So which fear card?
So
first?
it
The
has to
bottom
go
one,
in
right?
order. So you just flip the whole deck over.
Perfect.
And so first we have overseas trade seems safer. Sure. We're Terra level 2, so we're looking here. Defense 6 in all coastal lands. Skip all build actions in coastal lands that would add a
City.
city.
Ooh.
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. No coastal lands are going to be
Ravaging?
well, we already
I
defended
you.
here.
Dang it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we didn't know that it was going
How'd
to
you
look like
know?
that.
Yeah.
And no coastal lands are going to add any cities. So this literally doesn't do anything.
Dang it.
That's a
Alright.
shame. Oh, well, that's okay.
That's a shame.
So we have Tall Tales of Savagery. Each player removes 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with Dahan.
Oh.
What? Oh, it has to be from a land with Dahan.
Well,
Hold on.
This one's a good one. Let's get rid of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Or 1 town. We're removing this so we do not generate fear.
We do not generate fear.
So that's 1.
This is gonna auto protect itself, so let's not waste it on this one.
Okay.
Is there anywhere else that we can do it?
Gosh, I just wish I knew what this card was.
I know.
That would definitely give us
That would
our
help
answer,
us,
right?
yeah.
You want to just take it from here?
Sure.
I guess they're all the same now,
Well,
right?
this is going to self-destruct, right, in the coastal ravage, so that's fine. Let that happen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take this one
Yeah,
out.
okay.
Just because I guess it's if we take these two out, we won't be building a town. But because of my slow power, we can actually destroy the town,
The town
and
they
generate
build
the fear.
generates a fear.
So-
Okay, I see.
All right, that's that.
I think we're one fear card away from the third
third?
terror level. Yeah.
The third terror level,
So we
by the
just need to
way,
get to this.
is just removing all cities.
cities.
So we may want to just focus on the cities, knowing that this is going to get removed
probably gonna do that.
very soon, right?
Yeah,
Just focus on the cities.
That's
That's
it,
all. Even though those are the hardest ones to defeat.
I know.
Okay,
Their turn.
so their turn, they
do that.
ravage in coastal lands.
Mhm.
So nothing. They're going to ravage here. So they
fight
fight
back.
back. Remove that explorer.
They
Where
technically
else?
ravage here.
Okay.
But there's just one
It's
hit
only
to
one
the land.
hit, so nothing.
You skipped this one.
Oh,
no, this
sorry.
is not. Sorry, this is build. I'm sorry. It's this one right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
we're in
we're
ravage, yeah.
only coastal lands. So
Yep.
these three, and then you said this one's nothing. This one's no one here. So then that area.
Yeah. Okay. So the defense here was for 8. If you remember this card, I paid the 1 extra energy
Yep.
to make it an 8.
Uh-huh.
So we're pretty good here.
And then they just hit them back.
They hit them all back. Yeah.
So if they hit all
So
of
it's
them.
2, 4, 6. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, and
That's great.
3 fear.
3 fear.
1 fear for the
1 for the town.
town, 2 for
2
the
for the
city.
city.
And that is
That's
one
big.
one city out. That was huge.
Big.
That was a really, really, really big move. Okay. So we only need 2 more fear before we get to that card, and we only have 1 city. I think we can do this
can
in
do
the
this,
next
yeah.
round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So then they build.
Build. So we said skip this build.
Uh-huh.
They are going to build the town
That's
here.
fine. That is totally
Same
fine.
here.
They build a town, right? Okay.
And then here's the one that you said you're going to manipulate.
yes, I'm going to destroy that one.
Nice. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Which makes me we're 1 fear away then at that
Yes,
point.
we
Yeah.
are very, very close. Okay, shall we explore?
Yeah.
Here we go. Ooh, wetlands.
Wetlands.
Okay, so pretty much what, all of them?
Not here. They are
Not
going to go
there?
here. Not here.
Oh yeah, huh? Because they're not adjacent to any
Structures.
cities,
They are
cities
going
or
to go here.
towns. Yeah.
And they will go here.
Yes,
Oh,
because of
back to the
this.
original area.
Hey, that is okay
It's
because
good.
they're no longer our problem. They're not a part of terror level 3.
Right, that's true.
Okay, so that's it for
That's
the
it.
invaders. Let's go ahead and move this down. And then let's go ahead and end with my 1 slow
Yes.
innate power. Death approaches from beneath the surface. How horrifying.
That's great.
I think this is death approaching from beneath the surface.
The underfoot.
Yes.
They capture by the foot. you know?
Devouring teeth lurk underfoot. Okay, so I have, what symbols did I have here? I have 2 fire. Oh, I have 3 fire, but I think my limiting factor is the mountain.
Yeah.
No, it's the animal. I only have 2 animal symbols. So I can deal 1 damage plus 1.
Okay.
It's going to be 2 damage.
I'm assuming the
I'm
town.
targeting, this area. I
Totally.
do have a presence there, so I do not have to gather,
Nice.
but I will deal the 2 damage.
Perfect.
And that removes
1
this.
more fear. All
Wow,
right.
we're so close.
Yeah, we're really close.
Okay, that is that. Let's go ahead and let time pass.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So,
Discard.
anybody injured? I think this one, Dahan.
1 Dahan, that was it.
This is mine.
Tokens come back to us.
and
Very good.
so, moving into this next round, which I'm thinking is probably going to be the last
This might
round.
be the last round. I think we can do
Because if we play our cards right, we can generate that final fear and
Next
get
terror
to terror level 3, and we would just need to remove this city. If we can do all of that before they build.
it. Right.
But the thing is, where are they going to build? They're going to build in the wetlands, right?
So let's just not blow it.
So
Yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to.
we just have to do it before the end of the round
Yeah.
because we're not going to have any more cities popping up, essentially.
Right,
So
okay.
just that 1 city.
That's good.
Okay, so with that information, Naveen,
All right.
what are we gonna defeat it with?
Well, I can't get there. So it's all you.
Only have 2 cards and 1 energy. Should I just pick up my cards?
You
I
might have to
play
pick
my
up your cards, yeah. Do you remember
Okay.
what you have?
I'm gonna just do it. I think I'm gonna reclaim my cards, and
I think I have to use my major power. I mean, I should.
I'm gonna add presence to that area just in case I need a sacred site for whatever reason. And now I can play 3 cards, so that'll help me gain some of these symbols. I think we'll be fine.
You think we'll be fine?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'm just going to put out some more presents. Let's go ahead and do 1, 2. I'll just take them from there. So I can do 1 that's 2 away.
Okay.
So we're going to go, I'll just put this one here.
Yeah.
That's the one that's the 0 away. So we made a sacred site there.
Okay.
And then one that's up to 2 away. Let's just go into this location here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, just in case something happens there.
Okay. Is that it for your entire growth phase?
That's it, just those 2, yeah.
Okay. I will say that I can probably destroy this city, but not until the slow phase. So if you can just work on getting fear
Yeah, I can do that.
and preventing blight
I can
from
definitely do
getting
that.
added to the island, then I think we're fine.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and gain some energy. I'm gonna go ahead and gain my 4. What do you get?
I
two
get 2
still?
Yeah, 2.
Okay. Here you go. And then now I can play 3 cards. So I think I'm gonna just use that as an opportunity to try to max out my innate power as
Okay.
far as I can. All right, I am going to play these 3 cards.
Okay.
So 1 fast, 2 slow for a total of 4 energy.
Nice.
Have you decided?
Yeah, I think I'm going to play these cards right here.
Okay.
So 2 fast, 1 slow, and that's going to be a total for 5 energy. So
Whoa.
1, 2,
That's
3,
a lot. You're
4,
you're
5. I don't think I
chipping
ever
in.
gathered my 2 because I had 8 going into this one,
Oh,
right?
I did.
Oh, did you give it to me?
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't paying attention. Oops.
Okay.
Well, that's
so 5.
That the math
Okay.
is still 5 on that. So okay, so
Perfect.
1 slow and 2 fast.
Okay. So I basically for my fast power I just focused on getting more fear.
Okay.
So I just have this one. I can defend for 9. What is even ravaging? I don't even think
Ravaging is here.
I paid attention to that. Okay.
This is gonna ravage. This is gonna ravage,
You know,
and so is this. All of them.
this is gonna ravage here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna defend there for 9. So they don't
Okay.
ravage. But that also, because there are invaders, we generate 2 fear.
So I'm gonna. So it's 1, and then I'm gonna leave 1 behind.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So
Yes.
then we have a fear card.
We do. We generate a fear card. We earn 1, and then we are now at terror level 3.
3. Okay.
So our victory condition is just this one city.
Wipe
That
it
must be
out.
like their capital or something, right?
They've been hanging out in the 8th spot. Okay,
Yeah. Okay, so I also pushed to Dahan, but there are no Dahan in that land.
Okay.
So that's it for my fast powers.
All right. Well, I have Dark Entangled Woods. It's generate 2 fear, and then if a target land is mountain or jungle, we're going to defend for 3.
Okay.
So I'm going to target any land 1 away. So I'm going to target this land, the one that's going to be ravaged. So I'll put a defend for 3 because
Okay.
it is a jungle,
Yep.
and then we generate 2 fear.
Nice.
Next, I have Terrifying Nightmares. That's that major power.
Ooh, okay.
And so I can target basically anywhere up to 2 away. So I'm going to target this location here,
Okay.
and I'm going to generate 2 fear.
Uh-huh.
So 1, 2. And I'm going to push up to 4. I'm just going to push just 1 so these Dahan can fight back.
Oh, okay.
Might as well.
You don't want to kill, because if you leave both of them in there,
Then
they're
1
going
Dahan will die.
remove a whole Dahan.
And it would still be damage to there, and then adding a blight. I want the cleanest of sheets
Oh
as
yeah,
we
it
can.
would add a blight.
It would
That
add a
is
blight.
true.
So that's why I was like, just get
If
out
you deal damage to the Dahan and the land at the same time.
simultaneously.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it.
No, I have an innate
Oh,
power. So,
sorry.
so this is the first time I have this. So I have 1, 2, 3 moons. I think my limiting factor is going to be the purple, and so I have 1, 2 moons.
Yeah.
I have 2 purple,
Uh-huh.
and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 plants. So I'm going to generate another
3.
3.
Wow, we get another fear card. This
Yeah.
is overkill.
3, another fear card,
Yeah.
and then I can defend a land for 6. So.
You are a very defensive spirit, it
Mhm.
seems. Nothing else is ravaging, Naveen. I think
well,
this?
It's I'll just say I'll defend this one for 6.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
Can
There
you
we
reach that?
Yeah, it has to be 1 away from a
sacred
sacred
site?
site. That's my sacred site, so that's why.
Oh, you
There
didn't
we
want
go.
to do this one?
Yeah, you're right. Okay,
It's
that is the sacred site.
like, wait, they are
Let's defend as much as we can.
they're going to
You're right.
ravage
I was just
there.
oh yeah, that would like spread blight too.
Yeah, that would spread blight.
Yeah. Okay.
We totally ignored that.
Totally ignored that.
We didn't talk about it at all. That's
Oops.
so funny.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's it then.
that's right.
Let's do these fear cards. This is exciting because we get to read the terror level 3 threshold here. So scapegoats in each land with towns or cities destroy all explorers. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Destroy 1 town per city. This is
So all the explorers
hilarious.
get wiped.
I just think it's so funny how much stronger these fear cards get.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in each land with cities or towns, let's go ahead and identify those first.
This one. So this
Destroy
one-
all
so,
explorers. Okay.
yeah, this one goes out.
Yeah.
What else do
And
we have?
then-
And then this one right here.
That one.
That's great.
So the other thing doesn't apply because it just says destroy one town per city.
And there was no.
This is the only city,
Mhm.
and there's no towns in it. So that's
Feeling
scapegoats.
pretty good.
We have one more, however.
Okay.
Dahan and Heartened. Ooh. Each player chooses a different land, and in each, gather up to 2 Dahan and deal 1 damage per Dahan. Wow. They are enheartened indeed. So where do you want to do that? I mean, honestly, this doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because we are just
we're good.
waiting until the slow power phase.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to bring 2 of these into here. And they're going to deal 1 damage each.
Okay.
So they'll damage the town. And we'll
Nice.
at least generate a fear out of that.
Nice.
You want to do the same thing?
Sure. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and do that. 1, 2, in.
Okay. And you're doing the same thing,
Same exact
basically.
thing, yeah.
Okay, so we generate 1 fear.
1 fear.
All right. That's it. Let's do the
Perfect.
invaders' turn. They're going to ravage, but I don't think they. Oh, here.
Here.
Okay, so they do
hurt.
hurt,
But
and
they
they
get hit back.
That's the only one. Because
Uh,
here you defended.
You defended.
Oh, I defended. Sorry. Okay, that's that. Building. They will build, which is funny.
Town.
A town.
3 towns total. 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then let's see who explores. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
so-
I just realized that we are now in the threshold of 3 invaders.
This is where you
They-
want to end the game.
Yeah, you want to end the game before
Yeah.
you get to that because they are now combination invader cards.
Yeah.
So sand and mountain lands, they explore. So I don't even know like
So definitely this one because it comes from the ocean.
yeah, sand, mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Who else here?
Yep.
Here, this one. Anybody else?
And no, that's not sand. Sorry.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, there you go.
And this mountain.
That's right.
I think we got everybody.
Yeah,
Oh no, we didn't get this one.
that's right.
I think that was. I think that's definitely
Yeah, I think you're right.
it. Okay, so I think that was everybody. If we missed anybody, it's not going to
Shouldn't
matter
be-
in a
yeah,
second
shouldn't be a problem,
because we're now going to do our slow power. So my innate power, death approaches from beneath the surface. Oh my gosh, this is going to make the winning move. This horrifying creature that's coming from the ground.
Nice.
Okay, so I think we've already established that I met the third row here.
Right.
Because of all my elements.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and go in order.
Mhm.
I can skip the top one because I do have presence there. And then the second and third row just lets me deal 1 damage and 2 damage. So it's going to be a total of 3
3.
plus 1 because of my territorial aggression.
That's at 4.
So that was plus 1 damage for the entire power since both of those are still under the same innate
action,
power.
yeah.
So it's a total of 4. Of course, I'm targeting this land. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4.
2 fear.
So, 2
That's
fear.
all.
That is it.
Nice.
We have finished the game. We've met our victory condition of having no cities present on the island.
That's it.
The spirits have won, as well as the Dahan.
Dahan
Because
did,
the
yeah.
Dahan
They
are the
helped a
spirits
lot.
team. Yay,
Yeah,
good job.
Good job.
Ah, I'm so glad we won that.
Yeah, that was that
was
one felt
satisfying.
pretty good. Like I think we managed that
Yeah.
that flow of
Yes.
everything. We saw what was coming in. We wiped out things at the right time
Mm-hmm.
and made sure that we never got overrun.
Right.
So,
Now, granted, we did play with the most base of base rule sets for the game. And so if you're looking for a more difficult experience, you can add the escalation symbols that are on the cards. They do make the game a little bit more difficult.
Right.
And if you'd like something even more difficult than that, then you can add the spirits that come with this game to the base game, as well as all of its expansions. So there's a lot of Spirit Island that you can explore.
Right. Well, there you have it. That is Horizons of Spirit Island. We hope the video was helpful. If you have any questions about anything you saw here, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. And if you do like these kind of videos and you want to see more in the future, please consider subscribing.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.